Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Techno Talks here. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the official cases for the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the cheapest one, which is the Eco Leather case, then the standing case with strap, and then the slim S Pen case, which will be the row that I open these up in. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at them. Alright, so first up we do have the Eco Leather case in front of us, which does go for $79.99, so it is still definitely on the pricier side of things, and usually when companies make cases for their own devices, they do have higher priced cases, which I don't really like, and that's why I usually go for third-party cases. However, some people might choose to go for the cases made by its own brand, but again, there really isn't a difference, and you're just paying a little more for nothing really more out of it. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. So we do have two colors, I believe. There's a black one and then there's this bluish one. Again, this is an Eco Leather case, and you don't really get much else in this packaging other than the looks. And to open it up, there is some tape down here, which we will go ahead and cut. So cutting this, boom, and here is a look at our case. So all we have to do is just pull it out, and voila. So here's our Eco Leather case, putting the box to the side and taking these pamphlets out. This is just some instructions to place it on. As you can see, it shows you a really nice and detailed way of placing the case on, which you probably don't really need. It is still a case, even though it is a foldable device. It should still be pretty easy to place on. So let's go ahead and plop that to the side and actually take a look at our case. So the case does come with stickers attached to it. And again, these are so it can actually attach a little better to the case, especially this part right here, as the only place it's attaching it to is going to be 3 of the corners instead of all 4, and so this might have a chance of falling off. So they do add these adhesives on the sides, which I will not be taking off for this part of the video, as I am going to continuously take these cases off and place the other one on, but I will still go ahead and show you guys how it looks. We do get this nice little QR code, and we do have this nice felt touch to it, so it's a very nice and soft material which feels really good in the hand, which will decrease the risk of scratching your phone. And then we also do have the Eco Leather, which also feels really nice and looks really nice as well with the blue color. So this is definitely a quality case. You are paying a premium price, so you should be getting a premium case. So without further ado, let's go ahead and place it on. So I do have the blue Z Fold 5, and this is the blue case, and they do look fairly similar, except the Z Fold 5 is a little lighter colored compared to the case. So again, to place it on, all you have to do is just place this portion on. So boom, pop that in. So the top portion is placed on, and when you do open it up, as you can see, it is placed inside of there. So here is this portion, and if we do go ahead and place this part on as well, since this is going to be the one with the adhesive and I am not going to be taking it off, all I have to do is just plop it on, and it should still go on there. But again, as I said, since I haven't placed the adhesive on, it is super easy to actually take off. So that is the reason that you actually place the adhesive on. So placing it back on, alright, if I can manage to do that, here is a look at the Eco Leather case fully on the Z Fold 5. So here's what it looks like on the sides. As you can see, we do get some side protection. So in case of a drop, or you do drop it face front, you will have the protection of the edges, as the edges are lifted up compared to the display. And again, same goes for the rear portion of this. So if you do go to close it up, you can see that we still do get a nice large edge that goes all across the display, the front display, whatever you call it, and it is a fairly large edge, especially with the speaker grill cutout as well, so we're not losing out on sound quality. Again, same goes for all the other cutouts down here. However, we don't get the hinge protection, so this might not be the best. Some cases do actually offer hinge protection, but again, Samsung decided not to go for it. I kind of do get why, as it doesn't take away from the aesthetic. It still looks really nice. It is a metal finish, and it is a very nice look of the phone, the hinge. So I feel like that's why they didn't cover it up. They didn't feel the need for it as well. And again, we also do have our lip across the camera lenses. Not too large, but it does go across every single lens, which is still good to know. So it doesn't have too much bulk to it. I do prefer using it without a case, but again, since this is a pretty fragile phone compared to normal smartphones, you might prefer using a case. And this is actually a fairly decent case, which feels really nice and premium to the touch. So this is again the Eco Leather case for $79.99. So again, definitely on the premium pricier side of things, but again, a very nice case overall. So opening it up, super simple as well. Closing it, super simple. So no issues with that, and you are still able to use it normally like you would use it without a case. So I'm going to go ahead and close this up, and let's go ahead and move on to our next case. So taking a look at the next case, which is going to be the standing case with strap for the Z Fold 5. Again, this does come with a strap, and it also does have a standing case. Last year with the Z Fold 4, we actually got a case which was similar to this. It did have a stand, however, you could switch out the stand for the S Pen, which was actually better in my opinion compared to this one, because you do now have to get a separate case for the S Pen, which I actually do have here as well. But again, I wish they actually did the same style that they did last year, which would have been better. So here's a look at the case. Again, this does come in, I believe, 3 colors instead of 2 compared to the Eco Leather. However, this was the only one in stock, the black one with the green tint, which does look nice in my opinion. And again, this does go for $84.99, so again, a very premium price. To open it up, all we have to do is again cut the tape down here. So let's go and get through that. All right, and get through this side as well. Boom. And let's take a look at our standing case with straps. So these are named fairly simply, as you can see. It just goes on to what the case is. It's a standing case with a strap that you can hold your phone. So Samsung really doesn't work on their names for these cases. All right, so here are the 2 pieces that you do get inside of the box. Again, we do get the pamphlet for the information on how to use it, which again we don't really need, so place that to the side. Here is a look at our case, and inside of here we probably do get the other piece to actually switch it out. So voila, so here is that strap. Alright, so taking a look at the case, again we do have a 2-part case with the adhesive, which again I will not be taking out. We also do have this portion right here, so this is a plastic, it's a hard plastic compared to the leather one. I wish they did make it out of silicone maybe, but again this still does feel very nice and sturdy to the touch, and it does have a premium feeling as well. So here is the stand, and to actually use the stand, as you can see, all you have to do is just lift it up, which allows you to place your phone in any style that you want, which is super nice. But you can also switch it out for this strap right here, which I will actually go ahead and show you once I do use it. And as you can see, this is how the strap works. I'm not really a fan of this strap style. The one they had last year was a lot better in my opinion, but again, this is what they went for. So let's go ahead and place the phone inside of this case now. And again, we're going to start off with the back piece right here. So again, super simple. All you have to do is just push down, and here is the case when it's placed onto the phone. And then if we do go to the top portion right here, all we have to do is just push down, and voila. So here is the case placed on here, and this is what it looks like when you have both parts of the cases placed on top of the phone. So taking a look at the back portion where the camera lenses are located, we can see that we do have separate protection for each of the lenses. However, the lip again is not fairly large, but we still do get this portion right here where the stand lies. So if you do drop it on its back, then your camera lenses should be fine in most scenarios. And again, with the front display, we can see that we do have a nice large lip that goes all across the display. So again, if you do drop it on its face, it should be fine in most scenarios. We also do get a speaker grill cutout on the top, and on the bottom we have our charging port cutout, and then we have our cutouts for our buttons, so we are able to actually touch the actual buttons. So Samsung really doesn't need to work on their buttons much to make them as clicky as possible, since they just let you use the buttons that come with the phone. Opening it up, again we do have a nice lip that is going all across the display. So it's not as large as the outside lip, as this does fold shut flat, and so they do need to keep it fairly flat, so we still do get the protection that we need. And in most scenarios, when you do drop your phone, it won't be in this tablet form, as you are holding it with both your hands, so it should be fairly hard to drop it, but again, some people might just manage to. So the stand, this actually works in 2 different ways. We can either do landscape, or we can do a vertical mode, so it does work in both ways. And so we are able to watch videos, go through Instagram, scroll through other things, just read in any format that we want, which is super nice. So that is one of the benefits of having a standing case, especially with a foldable device, since this does basically turn into a tablet. You probably don't want to hold it in your hand all the time when you're watching something, as you kind of want to experience a full screen display that you have accessible with this. So the stand is very nice, but we also do get the grip right here. So if we do go ahead and take out the stand, which is just a push, and all we have to do is place the other one in, so it just clips on once you place it in, and here is our grip. So this actually works like so. So I don't really like it much. I don't like the design. I feel like this will break super easily compared to what we had last year. And it doesn't really feel comfortable as I can't place it in any position I want. And this is the reason that we do place the adhesives, so it doesn't come off like that. But again, I don't think I like it as much. I'll just go ahead and take that off. I don't think I like it as much as last year's. It doesn't feel as comfortable. It doesn't feel as sturdy. So I don't know if I would use that strap, but the stand is definitely something that I would use. The stand feels really nice and sturdy, and it will get the job done with a foldable device like this phone right here. So let's go ahead and close this phone up. And that is a look at the standy case with grip. So I'll go to move on to the next case now. Last but not least, we do have the Slim S Pen case. So this case is the priciest of all three. This goes for $99.99 on Samsung's own website, so it is $100. And I don't really find it reasonable giving $100 for a case, but one thing that we do get with this case is going to be the S Pen. So the S Pen does come included with this case, which is super nice. So we do have three colors for this case as well. We do have that greenish dark color that we did see with the other case. And we also have this color, plus we do have a black one, which just comes with a black S Pen and a black case. I wanted to go for something like this. I did like the orange S Pen a little more compared to the black one, and the green one was out of stock, so this is what I went for. So again, same situation. Just cut the tape real quick. All right. And then open the case up, if I can manage to. And here is a look at our case. So same situation with the other boxes. We do have the pamphlet for the information on how to place the case inside. We don't really need this, so we can place that to the side. And then we do get the case right here. And inside, as you can see, we do have the S Pen here as well. So slide to pop up S Pen. So we'll go ahead and use that as well. But again, this is a two-part case. Just like all the other cases, we do have the adhesive on the inside of this outer layer, and then for the back portion, we just have this hard plastic. So it's definitely a premium case, but I can't really find justifying $100 for a case other than if they maybe the S Pen. So the S Pen, maybe I get it $60 for that, but still it's not a case that's worth $100 in my opinion. The other cases aren't worth it either in my opinion, but again, they are fairly premium cases. So placing it on, very similar situation. All you have to do is just place the back plate on like so, so fairly simple to do, and then also place this portion right here, and again this is fairly simple as well. So again, I won't be taking the adhesive off, but here is a look at what it looks like with the S Pen case. So this is the cream color with the orange S Pen, which looks nice, and here's a look on the inside, and here's a look when it is closed. So again, just like the other cases, we do have separate areas covering the camera lenses. They aren't that large, so the lip isn't too large. So again, if you do drop it on back, it should be fine in most scenarios, especially with the bump right here with the S Pen. But again, it's not the best protection for the camera lenses. We do have some branding right here, which says Samsung, so very nice and minimal. We do have our opened up buttons, so we are actually using buttons of the phone, and we aren't using something that's over it with the case. And then for the front display, we do again get a nice large lip, so if you do drop it on its face, the front display should be fine. We also do get our speaker grill cutouts and our USB-C cutout. Just like the other cases, the hinge isn't covered up. Again, I feel like this is just Samsung's preference. They want to keep the hinge open since it does look very nice and premium, and it'll just show off the phone a little more. So if we do go ahead and check out the main piece of this case, which is going to be S Pen, all we have to do is just plop that down, and here is our S Pen. So boom, here is a look at our S Pen. So before I use it on the phone, I actually do want to take a look at it. It does feel fairly premium. It's actually a little smaller compared to last year's S Pen, and it does feel a little better in the hand. We still do get the button right here, and we do have some branding right there, which says Samsung. But other than that, this is a normal S Pen that you do get for the Z Fold 5. So having these different colors with the cases does add some color to it, and it is something that I prefer Samsung doing, which is good to know. So let me go ahead and open up my phone, and here is a look at the S Pen. So I don't believe this is connected right now, and it's not working, but if we do open it up, let's go and see. Yep, it does work. So it's for the inner display. It doesn't work for the outer display. The tip is specially made for that. I just want to test it out and see if it does actually work with the inner display. But again, we do have all the things, all the functionalities of the S Pen, which is super nice. So we can take notes, we can just scribble, and if this actually works, we can scribble, we can use it like a normal stylus, and we are able to use our smart select. So if I do skip these real quick, all right, enjoy your S Pen. So it just connect to your phone automatically. It's super nice. And if we do go ahead and start writing, so screen write, it just takes a screenshot, and then we can actually start writing on the display. So it does work fairly fine, but again, with the Z Fold 5 and the Z Fold 4, there was something about the hinge and the crease in the middle where it would actually disconnect a little bit, but it feels like it's working perfectly fine. So if I do write something over the crease, it seems like we do have some disconnection right here. As you can see, it just disconnected where the hinge is located and where that curve is on the display, but overall this does work fairly fine. So again, it is a $99 case, but we do get the S Pen included, which is super good to know. So it's not just the case that you're paying for. It is nice that we do get the S Pen with it. However, I don't think it still justifies it being $99. So all these cases are super nice. They do function very well. They are official Samsung cases. However, they are all on the pricier side of things, and I'm not sure if that is the best thing. So if you really do want a Samsung case, these are definitely premium cases. I'm not saying anything bad about them. And their quality wise, they are perfectly fine. They are really nice cases. They will get the job done. However, the price is just a little too high in my opinion for a case. But again, that is basically it. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and see y'all in the next one.